Hello! We're doing a bit of a hot start today as we get into the action here. Some technical difficulties with the start of the stream, but welcome to the Thursday night to round out week 1 of the Pro Division with the Orbit versus the Las Vegas Sparks. Be an interesting matchup in this. I believe it's called the Pacific or Atlantic Conference. I guess it's Atlantic. Anyways, welcome to Puck. You guys love the game. You guys love the players. And this will be a good one. Some big chemistry on some of these teams. Obviously, with the Sparks, we have Adobe and Dolphin, I believe, who know each other very well. Got great chemistry on the ice. You got like Trev, the first overall pick from season 1. Still a early pick for first overall pick. Early pick in season 2 as well as the puck gets sent down. Just slowly easing into this game, about 1 minute in so far, and nothing dramatic so far, which is nice. We got bouncing off the boards. But got Trev there cleaning it up. We have the home team is the Ottawa Orbit and the away team is the Las Vegas Sparks for tonight. I'm still getting my bearings a little bit. I just finished looking at a bunch of files and stuff like that. But, it's going to be a great game. Some of you with a keen eye might notice that I am also a member of the Ottawa Orbit. But I'm a 50% player. Today was not one of my marked available days. So I have the pleasure of casting my own team. I'll try not to stay too biased. At the same time, I will try not to apply the caster's curse to them as well. But you take what you can get, and I think it'll be a good game regardless. I want my boys to win, but excited for some good puck as we get Dalf here. Be an early chance in the first, cuts it back and shoots a big Lard dash in the way, getting a little stick action there as well. But has to watch out for Adobe behind the net. There's a little bit of space around PK. PK taking his first start for the Orbit. Was not available to play for the Tuesday night game. This is a rescheduled game a little bit later, so assuming for both teams to prioritize getting their studs out on the ice. However, a nice little cut around, finds Flyfire there. Sends it into Echo. Echo picks it up, looks for a shot, but that's going to hit the side of the net. Throckmorton not worried about that one so far, but Echo way to stay with the play. Finds a goal there on the tuck. Throckmorton thought it might have been safe, but can't let the guard down even for one moment. You know, didn't really get that that dash over there. Maybe looking at the minimap, maybe on puck cam, just trying to keep an eye on the play, but not a fast enough eye to stop Echo from tucking in that wrap. And a first goal of the season scored for the Orbit. 2-0-1 games for their Tuesday night appearance. In a hard-fought match, not like there weren't chances, but obviously, you know. Oh my goodness! Trev also making his first appearance, wasn't there for Tuesday, getting one in early, and this is some new life coming into the Orbit off of some scoreless games, and Trev saw Echo get some, and got some of his own. A beautiful top corner shot to get around Throckmorton. A fantastic goalie, so it's got to be a shock for both teams that 2 goals have gone in so early. But the game is far from over as we get Adobe fighting out in front to try and get a goal off. Dalfan picking it up off the little stick medley as the Orbit sent it up the ice. Trev not able to catch the pass. But what a just explosive start from the Orbit. Doing great things so far. I mean, you know, it's tough for them losing their rivalry match against the Sparks, but coming in here and making their statement that, hey, when we have our starting guys, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I think that's good for them. I think it bodes well for the season, where they're finally getting to kind of show off their peaks rather than somewhere in between. Flyfire almost getting his other goal. Throck gets in the way for the block, and Dalfan picks it up off of the little commotion out there in the crease. Okay, picks it up behind Big Lars net. Curves around, seeing what he can get going, gets it around Adobe. Bounces it off the wall, and not going to be picked up by an Orbit, an Orbi. Not going to get picked up by an Orbiter. A Satellite. Trev sends it across the ice, finds Echo there, has PK behind him, but Adobe's going to fight him for it. It doesn't quite win the battle. Instead, Echo sends it back to PK. PK to Flyfire. Flyfire almost getting the goal off, but just not the elevation that needed to get it past Throckmorton. As we have Chino here, a young gun for the Las Vegas Sparks. Not able to get it around PK. PK known for some really suffocating defense in all the times we've seen him play some competitive puck on stream. Oppressive force. Echo goes for a beautiful wide deke, but Throckmorton able to get in the way. Keeping himself in this game, not letting those first 2 goals get to him as we get to the end of the first period. Again, just the best word that I have for it is explosive. Echo found a goal early, almost immediately after Trevor found his. And now I think the Orbit are focused on keeping this lead, and Las Vegas Sparks are focused on, seeing where the cracks are and seeing how they can get themselves back into this game. I'm taking little sips of my drinky drink. I'll fix the map juice. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I'm letting everybody down. For reference, the Las Vegas Neon are coming off of a 3-0 loss and a 4-3 win. So there's definitely that scoring potential there, and that's no surprise looking at their lineup. You have people like Adobe and Dalf able to pass it to each other. Dalf not necessarily a primary scorer. Adobe, though, has a fantastic shot. And I think with people like Mike and Chino on the ice, they can also find their chances here and there. Adobe sends the puck back to Dalf, looks for a fast pass, but doesn't get a direct pass. Chino able to pick it up off the wall, though. Sends it over to Adobe. Adobe looking for the shot, and Biglar dashes in the way. What a save. Beautiful shot, and an even better save by Biglar to keep that scoreline to 0 for the Las Vegas Sparks. PK dekes it back and forth, looks for a long pass, but just overshoots it a little bit. Trev going to be chasing it to pick it up in the corner. As Echo out front and Fly behind him, let's see what he does with it. Looks like it does go to Fly there. Well, gentle touch off the wall, but can't get it to a teammate as Chino's going to send it down the ice to Dalfan. But broken up by Trev. Work harder than that to get it through this Ottawa defense. As we get Adobe. A little awkward bounce off the wall. Got a Spark pushing up off of it there. I think my camera's just a little bit too close to the ice. Flyfire dekes back and forth. A little cheeky chip up. Looks like it might have gotten behind Throckmorton's pads, and Dalf scooping out there. And as a former teammate of Dalf, I can attest that he is, super helpful at those awkward situations, kind of securely getting the puck out when the goalie's not able to. Just fantastic asset to have on offense and defense. And man of the hour picks it up off the wall, goes for a stretch shot or pass. Mike Throdano, or the artist formerly known as Mike Throdingus, gets a little piece on it, but swings it the wrong way. Doesn't get the shot that he was looking for. Good little scrum there. Adobe tapping it out. Looks for Dalfan. Dalfan sends it in, but PK perfectly in the way, like he knew what was coming. Peeks back and forth. Chino holding it towards his own end. Oh yeah, this is much better. Dalfan picks it up, shoots low and wide. Not going to find Mike Throdano in the slot there as Flyfire fights Adobe for it and comes out with the puck. I also forgot that the glass is there, guys. You know what? This is it's been a long day. Flyfire deeks back and forth, looking for a shot here. It seems like no, a pass to Trev. Trev to Echo. Echo not there to tap it in. A little bit of an awkward angle for him, or a last second thought as Trev probably could have taken the shot there. It was looking threatening. And on the counter attack, we have Mike Throdingus in the corner looking for a teammate as an option. Sends it far, far back. Nobody directly there in the pass, so it's going to take a second for us to clean up the play and let the players take a breath. Trev, board bouncing off the wall, trying to close out this angle on Chino as he sends it up the wall in his own zone to Adobe. Echo chasing after him, but Adobe confidently handling it. Dalf trying to get it past Trev. Looks like he will be able to. Chips it up in the air. Chino trying to get the shot off here, but Fly just perfectly in the way, or that becomes a threat for Biglar. And I would say, after these first two goals, it's been a pretty healthy back and forth. I mean, some strong plays from both teams, a few missed passes here and there, but it's still kind of to be expected with the game. But, if I hid the score bug, you probably wouldn't think it was a 2-0 game. But, this is Pug. These are the cards you're dealt, so let's see what the Sparks are able to do to keep themselves in this. Dalfan off the wall with the puck in his own zone, chips it down ice. For I believe that was Adobe there, but PK steals it. PK just anytime I've casted a game with him in it, he's just always like jump scares me on my screen like in the way of a pass. It's truly remarkable. What a great guy. Sorry, I stopped to read some of the Twitch chat. But I'll go fully saw. I'm so curious about what you guys are saying. Those hashtags were said in confidence, I believe. Anyways, we have the puck getting sent back around the ice. About 35 seconds left in the period. DK fighting for it off the wall. Gets into a fight with some of the Sparks as Adobe tries to find it for a shot. Not able to. Echo picking it up. Time for another chance or two in this second period. Sends it over to Flyfire, cuts it back and rips it. Hits the post. Echo sends it back in. I don't know how that didn't go in, but... Oh, Throckmorton exhaling there after what seemed like what could have been a goal for sure. Low into the pads of Throck from Echo. Flyfire going around, scoops it up onto his stick. No Michigan for him today, though, as Adobe's going to hold on to the puck as this period ends. And I'm going to go into I just have to move my mini-map to the left. I can do this. Is this okay for you guys? It's going to cover some of the guys, but, if you're a freak like me... I pressed tab. Thank you, Dabs. Oh. It's a stressful job out here. I'm also moving at the end of the week, so my brain's really... It's just toasted. If anybody knows somebody in DC with a truck that's able to help me out, I would just absolutely adore that. Anyways, we have Mike Throdingus off the faceoff, comes away with the puck. For the Sparks, sends it back to Chino. Also known as Bronson Chino, also known as the Young Gun, also known as Sea Dog. I don't know if he's gotten that far yet. Anyways, puck drops to Dalfan there. Take it in the neutral zone. Whips it up and high. Adobe might beat PK here, but it looks like PK just edges him out. Trying to get around Mike Throdano as well. A little bit of an awkward situation, but I believe Flyfire will pick it up first. Adobe closing out that angle, working on that positioning. Just goes a little bit past Trev. Echo there to pick it up, though. A little bit of open space here. Deeks it back and forth. Finds some room. Can he get the shot off? He does, but low into the pads. Not getting that required elevation. But I like the idea there. I like the explosive movement. And kept the puck off the Deeks, but just got a little bit too close to the goalie there. And PK trying to keep this attack going, but looks like he won't be able to with 3 Sparks on him. Trev board bouncing again, getting some good speed, but not quite making contact with the puck carrier. As we got Mike Thordano going in for the attack. Echo closes him out just a little bit. Mike's still fighting for it. Looks like Adobe's going to pick it up here. But Echo there to close it off again. Echo going both ways on the ice. The captain of the Ottawa Orbit. One of 2 Ottawa teams this season. And already some drama there. As an Orbit player, it hurts me a little bit to be down 0-2 in the rivalry series. But live and learn. And looking at this Orbit team with Trev and PK out on the ice, we're looking better than ever. So I'm really excited for the rest of the season. And this is the first gameplay I've gotten to see from the Las Vegas Sparks outside of some scrims here and there. So really impressed with them so far. Looks like they're finding some good plays here and there. Just not the connections that they need to get it past Big Lar and Net, who's doing a great job so far tonight. Adobe looks for a chance there. Doesn't find contact with anybody, but somehow still comes away with the puck, fighting for it on the walls here. Has Chino out from front. Let's see if he goes for it. Like Trev closes in, battling with both their sticks. It's just an absolute mess in the slot as PK wraps it around the boards and Flyfire pushes up on the puck here. Dalfan just beating him out. A little bit of a collision there, toppling over as I guess in theory the Sparks come away with that puck, but that really didn't look pretty for either team there. As we get Trev sending up the boards to Fly. Fly cutting it back. Sends it back up the boards even higher down to Echo. Adobe perfectly in the way there. Great positioning by Adobe. Few good dekes. Sends it to Bronson Chino. Let's see if they get a shot off Adobe, but Trev in the way with the stick. Big Blar doesn't even have to worry about it. With the shades of Lettuce there. Looking up that stick and get in the way. Obviously people other than Lettuce do it, but he's my favorite guy that does it, so I'm going to say it, goddammit. Adobe picking up the puck for his own team in the neutral zone. Letting the play develop a little bit, seeing if he can get past Trev, and he does. Looks like he might go for the shot here, but gets knocked off of him. Chino in a good position to pick it up as he looks for someone in the slot. Mike Thuradingus not quite able to get it, and the Ottawa Orbit defense. They do it again. They kill that play. BK with the perfect counterattack goes for a shot, and it goes in. Oh my goodness. From 0 goals on the night to 3 goals in the first game. You gotta love it if you're an Orbit fan. You gotta love it if you're a puck fan with a shot like that. Just over the pads, Throckmorton dashing the right direction. But just can't get in the way of that puck. And it's looking chalked for this first game unless something crazy happens, which, you know, I wouldn't root against, but Big Lar getting a stick down in the way. Not on target, but keeping the puck in play for his team. Just a beautiful showing so far from the Ottawa Orbit. A high shot there. The kick is good, but the goal is not in. As the puck gets sent off the boards to Trev, pushing up only one defender on him. Dalfan there. Chino right behind. Cuts back and forth, but Dalf in the way to break it up. And getting it around Echo as well, giving his team another chance here. And, oh my god, I think Fly hit Adobe, and Adobe did a flip and landed, and Fly fell. That is the craziest hit I've seen in a long time. Make sure you get that in the clip show. Oh my goodness, what a gymnastic display. As we get Echo coming away with the puck here, a little bit open. Dalf running back just in time. Echo not getting the motion he needed to get around Dalfan in that situation. And yeah, Blurker pointing out that PK was on a trip in the mountains. And it looks like it's really enlightened some of his gameplay here. As we get the puck bouncing around at the corner here. Flyfire. The attacking zone. Looks for a chance in the slot. Notice he has Echo there, but has to fight to get through it. Echo! The puck drops in front of him, but not quite able to get the stick on it to get the direction he needs it to. And get that contact in the boards. Looking a little bit sloppy towards the end of the game, but you're up 3-0. I mean, there's a little bit of room for that. Big Lar stepping out of the net to go for a long stretch clear. And looking to be punished for that, but not going to be on target. PK there just in case. But a nice little reminder for Big Lar that those clears are not a guaranteed safe play. Echo open here, dekes back and forth, sees what he can get done, but wide right. Tries to get another goal on the board here, but that is going to be game over for the first game. Just a really great showing from the Orbit, not to glaze my own team, but I mean, I watched them all on Tuesday the whole time. There are a few chances here and there, but not some obviously we didn't score goals on Tuesday. It's on our minds. So to see the team come away with 3 and Big Lar getting his first shutout of the season, you gotta love it. I will be a little bit biased there. And with that being said, honestly, not a terrible showing from the Las Vegas Sparks. I mean, really good plays here and there, some good attacks, but just not getting like the finishing that they really needed that the Orbit were able to find. A few chat messages going on here during warm up, shot practice. I'm gonna take a sip of my Pepsi. Am I saying the wrong team? Las Vegas Neon. I'm so sorry. When did I cast this? Cast the Sparks recently? I don't know, man. Las Vegas, the Las Vegas team. This is I just ended up calling the whiteouts the whiteys for half the time I cast the previous game. I played the Sparks. Do you know what it is? Can I be totally honest with you? It's the Las Vegas Neon logo has like a little shiny star in it. And I look at it, I just look at the logo, and I don't even read Neon, I just see a little sparkly thing. I'm like, that's the Sparks. They'll just have to fire me or something. Fine me. I cannot do the full Tom Brenneman apology. Sorry. I can do a notes app apology though. I'll post it in like media chat. If you guys would like enjoy that. We're on a little bit of a water break there. Starting this new game vote. Let's see if it catches on. Flyfire, you did fantastic. You didn't get a goal, but you were on the ice when three of us got a goal, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, I've put my Pepsi down. We've obviously gone into the second game of the night. A beautiful 3-0 victory for the Ottawa Orbit against the Las Vegas Neon. The Neon. Las Vegas Neon. That, you know, is such a great lineup on the Neon. Hoping to get some signs of life from them in the second game. Not that there weren't any in the first, but, you know, I hate to root against Biglar, but I'm interested to see how the goal scoring works out for Las Vegas here. They've obviously got people that can do it, so I'm interested to see them do their work. Sending it through there, PK able to pick it up in his own corner. Mike Thordano applying some pressure there, but sends it up to Trev pretty safely. Sadiq to get around Adobe and Dalfan ends up giving the puck to Chino. Just triple teamed there essentially as Echo tries to fight behind the net for it. Dalf gonna pick it up instead. Peeks back and forth, comes up to the wall a little bit of coverage there from the Orbit, but drops down safely to PK. Adobe not able to come away with it off that pass. And some slow, gentle, graceful dekes from PK. Looking for an option there. Goes for the shot. Drops just a little bit too early. Able to just hit the pad of Throckmorton there. A pretty easy save for him. Pretty routine. But no matter if it was a hard or an easy shot, Throckmorton just glad to get that first save in the game. Keeping himself in it. Keeping his head straight. And expecting to see some great things from him. Just a fantastic goalie. And I don't want any people's thoughts on him to get misaligned by that first game with the 3-0. I mean... he's a great talent, and sometimes it just happens. I've had really good games where I lost like 0-2. Just life. As Chino sends it back around to Dalfan. Dalfan in the corner has Trev chasing after him, but going to pretty easily set it down, but not finding his targets on these clears so far. Adobe hoping to get the puck there, but PK's going to get it instead. Sends it down. Maybe a shared issue for both teams there, as PK is not able to come away with it. Dalfan gets the puck. Biglar, beautiful job stepping in the way as that pass could have gone through, but cutting off that lane, a little bit of, not necessarily a risky play. I think it was the best play to do there, but takes some guts to step out of your crease there, so props to him as Dalfan catches it behind his own net. Curves back around to Throckmorton, Echo and Trev like sharks in the water, hoping for the puck here. Don't get it though, as we get another... I'm just not sure what the mission is with these stretch clears, but they're not going to who they need to go to, and it's slowing the game down for them. Obviously, it's still 0-0, but you have to imagine that a situation like this, the Neon are looking to get a goal. You want to get some tape-to-tape passes. You want to get some quality chances, and there we go. There's the the change in pace. Adobe, beautiful job getting another shot off of that rebound. Biglar having to stay active as that gets sent down ice. Dalfan there to pick it up, though, intercepting Echo. Adobe behind the net. Maybe he has some options. Dalfan's there. See if there's anyone in the slot. A drop pass to Chino. Adobe behind the net again. Looking to get it out front, but PK doing a good job of getting in the way. jumping over the net trying to catch up, but doesn't get there in time. As PK again with these very like respectful, like he's guiding the puck. He's not even deking it back and forth. Just just respectful, simple handles. Trev behind the net here has Echo out front. Gonna see if he can find him. He does. Fly Fire also gets the handle of the puck, but not how he needs to. And this is gonna flip around in the air a bit as it gets sent down to Chino. 2-on-0 breakaway. This could be dangerous. Sends it back. Finds Mike Giordano, and Big Lard gets in the way. What a save! And a fast counterattack from the Orbit doesn't quite come to fruition, but it was looking scary for just a moment. And Biglar doing a fantastic job this game. Another shot from Adobe goes just wide. Biglar, good play to get a stick on it, sends it back up to Trev. Just misses the pass as that play is going to go into neutral territory. I mean, this is, Biglar's threatened my job security a little bit with some of these saves. Fantastic. It's so stressful seeing a 2-on-0 coming at you. And speaking of Echo and Trev on the 2-on-0, let's see what they get done here. Echo looks to do it all himself, but Throckmorton gets a stick in the way, doing a great job of stopping that one from going in. Really thought the pass would come through, but maybe they were hoping that Throckmorton bet it all on the pass as well. But no cigar so far, as we got 30 seconds left in this first period. They're able to send it back to Flyfire. Flyfire trying to get on the board for the first time. Can't do it just yet. Puck gets stripped off of him. Echo not able to get it either. And one of the last chances for this first period. Let's see what Chino can get done with it. Deeks back and forth through the defenders. Chips it. That's going to go wide of the net. Again, they're finding these opportunities to get the puck and skate it up a little bit. But I think the Neon right now just need to focus on connecting on more of those passes and elevating that puck a little bit when they go for those shots. Adobe had a good chance off that rebound, but obviously the rebound came from a pad shot, whether it's intentional or not, and they just need some more threatening goal chances. It's obviously frustrating when you kind of get that great chance and Biglar makes a just ridiculous save where it's like, all right, like what the hell can we do to have it go in? But you just got to keep yourself focused. I think, especially still 0-0 after this first period, it feels much more balanced than last game. And, I feel like that's got to work in favor of the Las Vegas Neon in this game. Clean slate. Obviously, it's not a series. It's just 2 games a night. It's trying to make this one count. Like last week, I believe they lost their first game and won their second. Let's see if they can do it again. Again, being totally biased, I hope Orbit win every single game that they play. But, you want it to be reasonable. You want it to be a good fight. And so far, the Las Vegas Neon are doing just that and providing a great fight for the Ottawa Orbit. Echo whiffing on the puck a little bit there. Looks silly, but a beautiful pass to Trev catches it. As PK has an option, deeks around Dalfin, goes for the shot. Throckmorton dashing in the way and gets the clear off the rebound. Beautiful shot by Trev, but Throckmorton tracks the play perfectly and gets his body in the way. Dalfin looking for the counterattack there. Finds Mike Giordano, but just loses the puck a bit. Again, not making these connections in the passes like they want to be. They're trying to get these, breakout chances. If you're trying to find these windows in the defense, the gaps and whatnot, if you're slowing yourself down with a missed pass and stuff like that, it's just going to get that much harder to get a shot on the net. Dobie picking up in the neutral zone. Trev and 2 other Orbit players, Orbeez, closing in on him. Able to get the puck out to Mike Giordano. And a pass back on the boards leads to a shot, but not going to go in. Another low shot. Drops back to the ice before it gets to the goal line. That's going to remain 0-0. Flyfire picking up that interception on the clear. Curves it around into the slot. Some options there. Keeps it for a little while, letting the play develop. Finds PK down in the back corner. Sends it a little bit too far. Dalfin ends up coming away with it. Sends it down to Mike Giordano. Again, just skating past him. Mike having a hard time. This night, at least, with picking up some of these passes. And loses the puck there. Gets cleared into the zone. Doesn't look like the Orbit will come away with that as we get Dalfin for the Neon there. Always back when we need him to clean it up a little bit. We got a little hit there as the puck gets sent down the ice. Maybe an interference call, depending on the rule set that we play with. As Chino comes away with the puck there. Beautiful pass up the boards. Finds Adobe. Adobe, stick not quite on the ice, but still able to come away with it. Cuts back. Looks for a shot, but Flyfire, I believe, is the one that takes it off of him. As we get Mike Giordano sending it out in front. Flyfire taking it off and coming away with it. Peeks back and forth a little bit, tries to get it through, but Dalfan and Adobe, the dynamic duo, get in the way. Dalfan again looking for the play develop. Stretch pass. Nothing new, and doesn't come out with the goal. It was closer this time, creating some drama around the net at the very least. We got Trev here, a little 3-on-1 on defense. Mike Giordano trying to board bounce to get it done, but a beautiful stick by the defender to get that out. Biglar stepping out here, hoping for a safe clear. And thankfully, Echo gets a stick on to let Biglar get back into the net. That was looking dangerous for a brief moment. Missed pass there as Echo's able to clean it up for his own team. The Orbit players skating down the ice, looking to get open. Echo tries to find that pass, gets it off the boards, a little tap there, gets it up to Trev. A smart heads-up play. PK picks it up, sends it back to Trev. Is Trev going to get it? No! But what a passing play, back and forth between Trev and PK. I was really hoping that would go in. Have been a highlight real goal for sure, but gonna have to keep chipping away at it. Both teams kind of finding these nice little passes here and there. I'm just waiting to see which one is the final one that goes in, as we're still scoreless with a minute 17 left in period 2. Fire fighting Adobe for it, loses the battle to Chino. PK in the way though. The classic and true defender. Dolph's gonna win it off a battle on the wall. Is it back behind the net? Looks like the Orbeez are there to clean it up though. Adobe still making it a little hard prospect for them. Not gonna make anything go the Orbit's way for free as we get Chino picking it up for the Spark. The Neon, not the Sparks, the Neon. And PK again. Beautiful pass up to Echo off the boards. Echo decent back and forth, loses the puck a little bit, tries to get it to Trev though. Trev still gets it, but not the angle he needed. A little sloppy deke from Echo leads to a delayed pass, and Trev not going to get the angle that he wants there. And we see if he goes for it again. Flyfire and Trev both try to get it, but Mike Giordano kind of throws them off as the puck gets sent back down to the Neon. At least for a moment before PK gets it. You know, there's a little bit more of a deke from PK there, less of that gentle guiding of the puck. Flyfire sends it off the wall. Beautiful job to get it around Adobe. Does the same thing to get it around Mike. And cuts it back. Sends it back to Echo. Echo out to Trev. Oh, almost. Beautiful passing plays coming from the Orbit. I know they haven't sunk one yet, but if I'm Throckmorton there, my head is spinning with the back and forth. And you just have to be glad that none of these have been on target. I think, you know, I still have this game leaning in favor of the Orbit. Just based off of some of those chances. It just feels like there have been scarier chances. Biglar has been looking so dialed in. Not to say that Throck hasn't. But it just really feels like the Orbit are impenetrable right now. And until the Neon are able to find the cracks in the defense, I don't know what they're going to do to change the game plan. As we get the puck sent back into the Ottawa zone. Flyfire knocks it up the boards. Bounces off and Dalfan's going to get it. Adobe waiting on the wings to get it and send it back. But the Orbit do what they can to stop that little awkward back tap. Ends up giving the puck to Chino. A little bit of a misplay there. Rims it around behind, back and forth and back and forth. But that just goes to... I'm going to say it goes to Echo, but it does look like Dolph picks it up there. The play is slowed down quite a bit though. As Dolph goes for a long shot, drops down, Flyfire and PK in the way, and Mike Giordano not going to see any of that puck. As we get Fly getting some motion in the middle zone. Rev picks it up off the boards. Looking like a shot here. No, a pass backdoor to Echo. And the Orbit just can't sink one of these passing plays no matter how scary they look leading up to it. Flyfire losing the puck there. Mike Giordano chasing after it. Sees if he can beat PK there. Looks like he won't. Chino not able to jump and get it either. As Echo has some space here. Trev sneaking through the defenders. Deeks back and forth. Looks for a shot. Going to go just up and wide. Some good height on that, but not the target placement that he needed. A little bit of a fight here off the wall. Chino comes away with it. Chino looking to get a little bit more active. Sends it down to Dalfan. Dalfan with a nice little pass there. Not going to find Mike, though. And not going to find anybody else for a while as that puck bounces off the boards and all the players have to skate up to it. And a little breather for both teams. Puck staying in the neutral zone for a little bit. Echo taps it away a little bit awkward, but looks like he's going to get back to it first anyways. Rims it around behind safely. PK there with Adobe pushing up a little bit. Does turn it over. Let's see what that results. But no, PK in the way, instantly making up for his mistake. Great way to stay on top of the play and not lose your head about it. Flyfire dekes perfectly around Mike. Mike with the board bounce and Chino just closing in. Flyfire stood no chance there. That play is going to die pretty early as it gets sent back into the auto zone. Mike curls it back, not able to get it through the defenders though, as Trev picks it up. Trev looking for a few options, just has to get around Adobe first. Sends it off the walls to Fly. Fly cutting in behind Dalf. Has a little bit of space here, seeing what he can do. And he cut it back in, goes with the pass, doesn't connect how it needs to. But, you know, I like the passing here. I love the passing from the Orbit. It shows some confidence, some good chemistry. They're kind of finding each other where they need to, but it's just the finishing. Oh my god, speaking of finishing, Flyfire finds some open space and knocks it into the net. What a beautiful play. Sent back Flyfire. Tons of space there, knocks it past Mike Throdingus and past Throckmorton just on that wide side. Throck couldn't quite get the stick on it. Beautiful goal from Fly, and Fly's on the board now. And who's the only... Have all the skaters for the Orbit scored tonight? If so, that's remarkable. I believe so. It was PK, Echo, and... Yeah! Wow. Great job by the Orbit. All that's left is to get Biglar a goal. As they get sent back door, Chino, puck in the air, is not able to catch it. That would have been a perfect chance for them to get back in the game, but looks like the Orbit are taking the lead again. Sends it across, Trev picking it up. A little bit of a misplay there. Not quite getting the puck at as Echo intended, but send it back to Flyfire. Maybe Flyfire looking to get another goal here. Getting active. I usually see him back on defense, but that guy can shoot. We get PK and Dalf battling a little bit. And the Orbit send it back out. Just feels impossible for the Neon to get a play going here as Flyfire throws it back around a little bit, rags the puck, saves some time for his team. They're up now. They're in less of a rush to score. That won't stop them from trying, though. Echo goes for a deke, but Chino gets in the way, lays his body out. Echo's still going to keep the puck, though. Looking for some options out in front. Has Trev, but a few defenders get in the way. PK coming at it, but Chino with a beautiful block there to stop that from getting onto Throckmorton. Puck's in around. Mike Throdingus able to pick it up. 1 minute in the third period left. It is do or die for the Neon. They got to get something going if they want to go even this night. Or at least have a chance of going even going into overtime. Otherwise, this is going to be 2 regulation wins for the Ottawa Orbit. Making up for their 2 regulation losses last week. Finally getting some points on the board. Got to feel great for the boys in the yellow and orange and black. And perhaps a wake-up call for the Las Vegas Neon. Finally meeting a formidable opponent in the Ottawa Orbit. It's a team that, at least for this series, feels like they haven't been able to crack. Trev there. Finds an open pass. Echo out in front. Able to get a shot, but beautiful stick from Throckmorton, keeping that just to a 1-goal deficit. Sends it across. Flyfire misses the first time, but oh, I think that might have been 5-hole on Throckmorton. Flyfire getting his 2nd goal. This guy's doing a fantastic job tonight. I know he stopped by chat earlier. Bad turnover from Mike Throdano leads into a beautiful 5-hole goal from Flyfire. Throckmorton got to be kicking himself after that one, but I can already hear the confetti and fireworks going off in the Ottawa Orbit locker room after this. Dalfan sends it up high, looking for Mike there for a bat, and neither Mike nor PK get the stick on it, though. And that's going to be game. Just a, you know, we'll see if it's a one-off, we'll see if it's consistent, but just a beautiful showing from the Ottawa Orbit now that they have their full lineup, and really gave the Las Vegas Neon a run for their money. Getting 2 regulation wins. That's going to look great on the stat line. Flyfire getting 2 goals. Every skater, like I said, in the Ottawa Orbit tonight, got a goal, which is remarkable. Flyfire got 2. Coming off of a week where, you know, despite a few chances here and there against Gold Trader, who probably had the best performance that week so far. It's just, you know, I'll glaze. Let's go Orbit. Oh, I didn't press tab. No, I'm so sorry. I can get you like screenshots of the points scored though. You already know. Anyways, I'll do my job better next time. I'm so disoriented tonight, guys. I have not had dinner. I played Pugs instead of eating dinner. I'll probably have to go to like CVS or something. But yeah, thank you so much for tapping in. I'm glad you enjoyed watching the D1 Puck. I'm glad we're getting some streams out. Next time I'm going to figure out a few more of the kinks with stream setup because I set it up within the past like half an hour. Shout out to Log and everyone else in the production team for help with that. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. Good night and good puck.